we need to be taking some money and spending it back here at home on the homeless people, y'all, and the veterans. We need to stop spending that money over there in Ukraine, spend it right back here at home on the homeless people and the veterans, because we care so much about the homeless people and the veterans. That's all you talked about for 4 years straight, fake-ass patriots, Trump supporters, Team Taco. That's all you talked about. Well, I was wrong. I'm wrong, because another thing you talked about, we got this invasion at the southern border. Joe Biden just got open borders and just letting them pour in. We heard about that too. More BS from you. But thing is where is all this concern about homeless people and veterans right now? Now, here's a problem that you got to begin with, is you had Donald F. and Trump pretending to be president for 4 years before. You didn't care about homeless people and veterans then. We never even heard anything come from you about homeless people or veterans or Donald F. and Trump. No concern whatsoever. But magically, whenever Joe Biden become legitimately elected, you started being concerned about homeless people and veterans. And I can tell you why that happened. Fox faking news taught you that. They taught you what to say, because that's what they always do. Them and people like Fox faking news, OAN, Newsmax, the Sean Hannitys, you know, the snake oil salesmen that you like to listen to all the time because you're a dumbass. See, but the thing is you never cared about it, and we can tell that you never cared about them. It's real easy because you lack this real important ingredient to be able to care about anything other than yourself. It's called empathy. So anyway, whenever Donald F. and Trump there was pretending to be president, here's a fun fact for you. On 13 different occasions, Democrats tried to pass legislation that would benefit veterans, and it was poison pilled up by your Republicans every single time. They would add amendments into these bills, you know, to anti-abortion legislation or anti-gay marriage legislation. Put those in those veterans bills there to poison them up so nobody could vote yes on them. That's what Republicans did. So they don't care about veterans either, and neither do you. You just pretend you do. You know, you say something just because it's out of convenience for you. You know, you don't really stand for anything, but you stand on something, won't you? Like troops. When you say we stand with the troops, no, you'll stand on top of them. What you'll do, you'll grandstand about troops. You don't give a damn about the troops, not one bit. Not one single bit do you care about the troops. No, you don't. And we can tell by the way that it is that you don't care about homeless people or the troops. See, because J.D. Vance the other day, I'm a real boy. He was asked by a reporter, what are you doing with the homeless people that you're rounding up there in Washington, D.C.? He refused to answer that question. And that's a question right there that deserves an answer, don't you think? I mean, y'all care about homeless people, don't you? We'd like to know, are they being turned into dog food? We want to know that. Are they being turned into dog food? Are they being dumped out of the belly of cargo planes in the middle of the ocean? We'd like to know that too. Are they being just sent out to the Guantanamos, you know? Are they being deported? Huh? Are they sent down to Alligator Alcatraz? What are they doing with the homeless people that y'all care about so much? Like I said, it's all we heard about for 4 years. But look, we didn't get no legislation out of that one big, beautiful bullcrap bill to address anything to do with homeless people or veterans. Now, did we? Not one thing. And y'all cared about them so much for 4 years. How could that happen, huh? We got $190 billion to build the world's largest paramilitary force, bunch of brown shirt Nazis. We got money for that. That's what we got money for, but nothing for homeless people and veterans. Go figure. I mean, you'd think it was so effing important to you that you'd be pissed off right now that there was no money in there for homeless people and veterans. We got quite the opposite. And you're cheering it on. See, what we got now is a dictator, a Donald F. and Trump. See, he can't afford to leave the White House. He can't do that because he'll go to prison afterwards. And there's going to be a whole lot of Republicans that go with him once they lose power. So that's why they're trying to fix up the 2026 midterms right there. Just go ahead and steal it right in front of everybody. That's what they're trying to do, see, because they've got to hold on to power now. So while he's dictating himself up there in the Washington, D.C.s, and you care about the homeless people and the veterans so much, actually all they're doing is disappearing a bunch of people. They ain't giving you no answers about where those homeless people are going, are they? No. And J.D. Vance, I'm a real boy. He didn't provide no answers. Almost like he was scared to tell the truth about what they're doing with those people. And a lot of those homeless people, guess what they are? Veterans. That's what they are. And you don't give a F about either one of them. See, because if you did, if you cared about the troops, you'd be pissed off right now that we've got troops from all over these southern states right there. These governors sent up there just so they can show off and say, yeah, we Civil War. Those troops right there have children and stuff that are starting school. So they would rather be home with their children than they had up there standing on the side of the street or in a parking lot guarding a statue. Okay, because that's all they're doing, so that he can do some grandstanding, so that you can do some grandstanding on the backs of the soldiers. See, because those soldiers right there, they're going to rotate them in and out because they don't want to give them their TRICARE. They don't want to have to pay their benefits if they keep them over 30 days. So it's a bunch of grandstanding so that you can sit out there and say, Donald F. and Trump, he's being tough on crime. No, he's not. What he's doing is showing I'm a dictator. You like that stuff because it makes you feel all warm and tingly inside because you think you're owning on some libs. You ain't doing nothing but making a jackass of yourself. Now, if you cared about the troops, you'd be pissed off that he's wasting taxpayer dollars on these troops, sending them across state lines, sending them all over the damn place just to grandstand while they're away from their families needlessly. Up there rounding up homeless people and veterans and disappearing them someplace. We have no idea where they're going. So my point is, Team Taco, shut your effing mouth about homeless people and veterans because you don't care and you never have cared. Everything about you is fake. All right. Even MAGA, that is not a political movement. It's a terrorist organization. And you can tell by the way that it operates. All right. It operates on nothing but fear and propaganda. Point blank. That's all it is. And some of you has fallen victim to it. You've been radicalized. You've been radicalized. You ain't nothing but white ISIS at this point. The American Taliban. And that's what you'll always be known as. Okay? So stop with the whole, we care about the homeless and we care about the veterans, because you don't give a F about either of those. Inmate Trump.